Hey guys, Phil Yumis here, and today we have a very interesting game to review here. This game was recommended to me by Blam. We see him right here, my fellow caster. He mentioned that in the MKL League, there was an amazing game with Lubu in it, and that's all I need to hear before I go ahead and turn it on and watch it. I've not seen this game yet, but I heard that Lubu did do pretty well, so I'm very excited to go ahead and watch it. So let's go ahead and get into this game here as we get into draft. Okay, the draft is actually kind of long, so I'm going to fast forward here a bit, but here's the moment where Lubu's picked. Let's see the casters' reactions, because I know I would be flipping out.
Obviously lock in
Here we
with
go.
the Oak Ball to begin with, to obviously not only get the damage onto the minion wave, also effectively poke at the lung.
They just like picked it last second. Look at this.
Skill, having that physical immunity is going to be something that's going to be able to negate that. But oh my goodness, such a big front line here from Team Secret. Locking in the Lubu, locking in the monkey. I mean, that's gonna
look
be
at him there,
hard
shocked
for
like
the likes of
Lubu
Gano to try and escape that.
Yeah, especially O2 Esports here, even locking the Yao. I think that's our first Yao and Lubu
Yao
of the
comes
series
out,
of
Lubu
MPL
comes out,
season
so-
right here. Both teams bringing out the big guns right here in the game 2 of.
So here we go. Let's go ahead and analyze the drafts between these two teams, and maybe we can see a little bit of why Team Secret actually opted to use Lubu as their clash lane here. So at the time that Team Secret picked Lubu, they didn't know there was a Yao in play, right? They saw Zhongfei, Sunset, and Consort Yu. The Zhongfei and Sunset late game actually get cut down by Lubu pretty well. Sunset's passive gives him a lot of armor, but Lubu ignores all armor as he does true damage, and he generally likes playing against tankier characters like the Zhongfei because in an extended duel, he's able to heal off his passive and deal true damage, and Zhongfei basically can't really hurt him. Gan and Mo is also another relatively immobile mage here. Once he uses that dash backwards, he can basically just plant the Tremble Mortals, the ultimate, directly on top of Ganemo and basically ensure it hits if Ganemo does not have their flash. And another little thing, Consort Yu is good against a lot of Clash Laners because they do physical damage when they dive, but Lubu is one of the few that does a lot of true damage in their kit, so that can cut through the protective winds of Consort Yu. Now, Yao is probably going to be really tough for Lubu to go ahead and lock down and get some damage on because he has all those dashes, but when Lubu was actually picked up, Yao was not really seen yet. So that's why he picked it, because it's pretty good against a few characters on the enemy team here, but also on his team, he knows he does not need to be the initiator. He has the Liang Po on the roam position as a support. So Liang Po is going to be the first one in here, burning the flashes, burning the cooldowns, right? And he is mainly going to be the slayer there at the end of the fight, dropping the Tremble Mortals in on the Ganemo, maybe after he's exhausted his flash and his dash to get away. And he also has a amazing front line here with the monkey as well too, to help him go ahead and dive the enemies. All right, guys, we're getting into game here. Here we go. Team Secret is up 1-0, so maybe that plays into things, giving them that confidence to go ahead and pick something spicy like the Lubu. I'm very interested to see it. I recently did cast a game in the KCS where Lubu was picked as well. Unfortunately, it did not do as well, so I'm excited to see a game where Lubu ends up working out potentially, is what I hear here. So we see both the melee supports go ahead and duke it out here in the middle lane early into the game. You're not going to see much kills go down when you have two melee supports. I always mention this in cast, but melee supports, you're not going to really get kills pre-level 4. It's level 4 when they really turn on and get their ultimate. Liang Po gets that Tremor Smash, and Zhongfei gets the Unbridled Outburst to help open up and chain CC some of the targets on the opposing team to set up these kills. So here we go, pretty standard laning phase here. Long is going to be scaling up. The scaling is definitely on the side of Team Secret here. As we see, they have the Lubu, they have the Long, the Nua, the Monkey. Almost everyone on the side of Team Secret scales relatively well. So it's up to O2 Esports to see if they can go ahead and crack the game open early. We see the Lubu try to freeze the wave here against the Sunset, but that will leave a little bit of priority for Sunset to walk around and maybe pressure the map. He thankfully does not have 4 yet for Lubu's side, so he can't use the set sail to impact the game, but he's really close. He's really close to level 4. Lubu is really weak in lane. Usually it comes online at like 2 items. When you get your Pure Sky and your Carius is kind of when you start joining fights and matching enemy top laners. So right now he's definitely really weak. You see there, beautifully freezing the wave. Check this out. Lubu knows he does not want to walk up and contest the Sunset, because Sunset will walk him down with the skill 1s and skill 2, right? He freezes the wave here and gets his farm, and he's probably telling his team, hey, I can't handle this guy. I need you guys to watch out. I'm going to just freeze the wave right here and safely get my farm and scale up. As you see, Set Sail come out from Sunset here, already impacting the map, burning the flash from the Nua, but gets a little bit caught out and has to use his own flash here. So his team was ready for Sunset there. That's exactly what I would do if I was Lubu. Freeze the wave right there. Tell my team, hey, chill out, guys. I need my farm. Buy me some time. And it looks like Team Secret is doing a great job of buying him time. They're even sending up the Liang Po to help him clear up the teleport sprite and probably teleport back down bottom. Ensuring that Lubu gets through that early game safely is so important because Lubu is terrible early game. And if you let him get abused, especially in these pro level games, he will get abused. But because of that scaling composition from the side of Team Secret, they are down a little bit of gold here. Lubu with the drum skin here, forced to use the ultimate to get away. You see how safe Swan is playing? That's not until I know he's a Lubu player. He knows the limitations of Lubu. He knows this is not the time to shine right now. And he's just being really humble with his trades and really timid with his gameplay, backing up with the ultimate every time he gets the opportunity, but clearing all the waves when he gets the chance. Lubu's shield actually makes it pretty easy for him to tank up the minions if no one is harassing him. He can tank the minions and freeze the wave there almost indefinitely. And it looks like K1 on the Sunset is trying to contest the jungle here that Lubu's doing, but Zwan does have Monkey here to back him up, so he does safely get that. Maybe Monkey helps him out with a gank here. Lubu does not have ultimate to follow up though. Let's see, Sunset forced to use the set sail to jump away. Dream Roam comes out to end the ship, but that's not going to be enough there, as again, Team Secret doing a great job of buying time. Even though they're down a little bit of gold here, this is okay when you have a scaling composition. Zhongfei with the Unbridled Outburst comes out into Nua here. Nua, from my understanding, does not have flash, so she might get caught out here. She goes down. First blood goes over to O2 Esports. Even though I'm supposed to analyze, I feel like I'm casting this game. I'm just in the casting mode, guys. Sorry, I was just casting yesterday. Tell me what you guys want. More of an analytical or... Well, when I want to analyze, I'll do a little bit of both, all right? I'll cast and do some play-by-plays, but then I'll pause and talk about points I want to talk about. And that's actually nice, because that's not something I could do on broadcast. On broadcast, it's all gas, no breaks, you know? So we see O2 going ahead and set up and take this Tyrant potentially here. They're building a little bit of lead for themselves there, but once again, I mentioned it's not the biggest deal because there's an amazing scaling composition on the side of Team Secret. As long as they don't get too far behind, they should be okay as we go ahead and see the Tyrant get smited away by Zhongfei. So at the higher levels of play, you will see Zhongfei take smite usually for the objective control presence. He's one of the few roamers that is viable to take smite in. Annihilation comes out to maybe clear the wave, but it looks like it misses a bit here, and Liang Po is forced to use a lot of their health here to go ahead and clear that wave. Gan and Mo is also scaling up, so pretty even game. When you see these higher level different leagues of play here, you're gonna notice that there's not that many kills that actually go ahead and go down here, because both teams are extremely calculated. They know what they want to do. If they're weak, they're not going to give the opportunity for the enemy to really get a kill unless a crazy play happens. So even though it's 5 minutes in the game, only one kill went down, and this is a huge shift from what I just recently watched, which is the KCS, the Collegiate Series here, where there was kills left and right. It was a bloodbath. Sunset set sail coming out, lands onto the Lubu. Lubu goes in with the Tremble Ward, a bunch of damage, drops Ganemo to 1, flash auto finishes on, and he's still going. He has that shield from the skill too, and Lubu with an amazing, but I thought for sure he was dead there, but I told you, at this point in the game, he's starting to get online. Now, I wouldn't say he's stronger than the Sunset, but he can actually move around and match him double kill, and that is exactly what you want. Lubu is a very gold hungry character here. You want to build these huge items like the Siege Breaker, so you want all the gold you can go ahead and then getting that double kill on both, I think, Care and K1 there was absolutely amazing from Lubu there. Even if he died, that probably been worth, but the fact that he got out and survived was the cherry on top. And now we see Team Secret with the scaling team with a 1.5k gold lead, and the game has completely shifted here at the 6-minute mark. Team Secret now using a little bit of that tempo advantage to steal some of the enemy jungle to extend their lead a little bit further here. O2 needs to make something happen here. They're on a bit of a timer, I would say. Their composition does not scale the best. Maybe later on they can try to look for some cheesy picks with the Gan and Mo, but realistically, if everyone gets powered up, the Long, Lubu, and Monkey, there's not much team fighting going on for O2 here. Let's see how they go on from here. It seems like now, off that one play, O2's on the back foot. Lubu's playing really aggressively, frontlining in the enemy Crimson Golem, using those halberds here. Tremble Mortal's coming out, and it looks like X1 forced to flash away. Even though the Protecting Winds could go ahead and cleanse the damage if you're not empowered, it does not cleanse the CC. Unbridled Outburst comes out, connects onto 2. Now they're retreating. It looks like O2's finding a little bit of a footing in this game here. They are going to be forced to retreat. O2 Esports do get 1 kill there, but that is not enough to go ahead and make up for that gold lead yet. They are still down about 1,000 gold. They need to make a little bit more happen. Can they turn that 1 kill into potentially a tower or some more jungle? We see Yao trying diving in on the monkey, but the monkey's just so tanky once he has all that mass built up. Long is going ahead and scaling up quietly this game as well. He's not been engaging in many fights, but he has that Eternity Blade Meteor and he has Master Sword coming up. Once he has that Master Sword, Long is basically online and should be nailing people with these flaming palms here. Ganamo has been getting most of the kills here, all of the kills on O2 Esports, which is perfect. Actually, Ganamo, if you guys didn't know, every time he participates in a kill, he gets a little bit more magical attack here, which is amazing on him, as he's one of the best scaling mages in the game. On Ganamo, you really want those bloody games because you get a lot of kills and assists, and throughout the end of the game, you have like 2 extra items in damage from just your passive here. But in a more peaceful game, Ganamo is not the best. It's okay, but it's not really where it absolutely shines, I would say here. As we see Yao getting pushed away here. I never really seen Yao play in competitive nor in solo queue much. This is kind of a slept-on character, but it's really flashy with the moves there. Kind of reminds me of the Sunset here, where it has like 3-part kind of move, but it dashes in and has a little bit of the retreat. It's kind of like Sunset plus Lee Bai combined. He has the three hit skill, and then he has the move that goes all the way back, and he has a little bit of untargetability here from my understanding, as he goes ahead and takes out the Tyrant. So not the best trade for the side of Team Secret, but it's better than nothing, right? Tyrant is obviously stronger than Overlord at this point in the game at 8 minutes, but if you can't really get in the position to contest that, is better than just getting nothing here. So a little bit of a participation reward there, the Overlord, as we see O2 heavily pressuring the bottom tier 2 of Team Secret here. Even though they are down a little bit of gold, they are probably still stronger as a team right now. Liangpo comes in with the Tremor Smash, completely connects onto Consort U, and it looks like Lubu jumped in there as well to finish her off while she was crowd controlled by the Liangpo. Another double kill for Lubu here. Lubu's racking up these double kills. I just saw Siegebreaker come in, and any of you guys that are Lubu players know, once you acquire the Siegebreaker, that is when, you know, the tides start to shift in your favor here. Really, really aggressive here from Lubu, walking all the way up and chunking the Liangpo, only for Monkey to finish him off on the back here. Great play on Lubu so far. I think he is 4-0 at the moment, and he has a Siegebreaker. So now we're at the point where if he connects that Tremble Mortals, that ultimate on any squishy, he's able to hit that ultimate, apply his passive, and skill 1, and basically one-shot anyone. I don't know who can survive a Lubu combination right now, especially with the aid of the Annihilation from the Nua, and maybe some Flaming Palms from the Long here. It is going to be really tough to survive no matter how tanky you are. There's a tooltip in the game that says no matter how tanky you are, you cannot survive Lubu or something along those lines, and that cannot be understated here, because any tank, once you hit late game, Zuan is going to be whacking you with those 3,000 damage skill 1s here, and God forbid you are low on health, where the Siegebreaker applies and amps that up too, and you're going to be getting super cut down here this game. Here we go. So far, Lubu has been playing a little bit more of a calculated playstyle. He's only ulted in, I think, like twice, maybe 3 times, but each of them have resulted in double kills here. So that may be a little bit of a lesson I can learn, and those Lubu players of you guys at home here can learn. Maybe go ahead and, you know, be more calculated. Instead of ulting every single time it's off cooldown, use it on the perfect situations only to guarantee that you get yourself ahead and do not give up your lead. Towers looking really low on the side of O2 here, and they're chasing down the Ganon mode. The Monkey is definitely scaled up here now. It looks like White is getting a bit caught out. They're maybe trying to get him to burn his Unbridled Outburst. We see Lubu kind of walk him down so that he cannot recall as his team goes and pressures the Clash Lane high ground. Liangpo does go down for that though, but they do get a high ground tower, and while Liangpo can go ahead and respawn, that high ground tower cannot. So I would say that's a positive trade on the side of Team Secret. And now if we look at the gold lead at the top there, they're starting to walk away with the game. They have the scaling composition. It is 11 minutes in and they're up 4,000 gold. It is now their game to lose. They just need to seal the deal here. The Long is powered up. The Monkey is powered up. The Lubu is ready for action. And it looks like they are going to head and fight for this Overlord here. Lubu's walking in, is getting really low. It gets smited away by Yao, but he Oh, okay. He ends up being able to summon it before another double kill for Lubu. Every single fight Lubu's in, he gets a double kill. This guy's the king of double kills. But no, even though they get the overload, I'm not sure if he was able to summon it in time, because if he's not able to summon it, they might just lose here. It is 4 down. That might be GG. It looks like Yao, even though he smited the enhanced overlord, he was not able to go ahead and summon it to clear out a wave, and that mistake might cost them here, as they are gonna probably lose their base. White is the only member left. It looks like Team Secret is looking to go ahead and push for the end here, and that should be GG to Team Secret. A quick 12-minute game. I expected the game to go a little bit longer with their scale and composition, but they did a great job in the mid game. They took some beautiful fights, and that play from Lubu was masterful. Every single ultimate resulted in a double kill. You cannot ask for more of that from Lubu, and it was only going to get worse for O2 there going into the series. It is a best of 3, so Team Secret goes ahead and takes it down with the Lubu. I don't know much about the MKL. I don't know if Team Secret is the favorites or if O2 is one of the lower seeding teams, and it's, you know, kind of like just a difference in skill. But I think Lubu was played absolutely massively there by Team Secret. If we can go ahead and skip through, let's see their itemization here. I expect it to be the pretty standard build where he goes defensive boots, pure sky, Carius into Siegebreaker. Is one of the most cookie cutter Lubu builds. Yep, here we go. We see 606, perfect KD on the Lubu every single fight, getting a double kill, double assist as well. So as I predicted here, he's gonna start off with the gauntlet of Carius into the pure sky, and then he's gonna have his armor boots to help him survive the sunset his armor penetration early game. Then he's gonna finish off these 2 items and go straight into the siege breaker. And at that point in the game, it's basically GG because he was one-shotting everyone, including the tanks. Rounding out his build, as you see, he has a lot of armor from the boots and the Carius. He rounds out his build a little bit of magic defense here with the Demon's Bane. Lubu building these damage-rich items such as the Siegebreaker makes Dragon's Brain a great pickup because Lubu really likes attack damage, and Dragon's Bane gives you more magical defense based on the attack damage you have. And when you build one of the highest attack damage items in the game, it is the highest actually in the Siegebreaker, that's going to be really nice. It looks like he has a lifesteal component here at the end, likely going into the Mortal Punisher, which is a really good last item for Lubu because it means on top of the true damage he does, the enemy's not allowed to heal. You can kind of see healing as a way to counter true damage because true damage gets pounded by just raw HP, and that's what healing gives. So he's looking to counter that out in his final item there with a Mortal Punisher. Beautiful performance by Zwan here on Team Secret. Absolute masterclass on the Lubu. I hope to be able to play half as good as him there. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. A little bit quicker than I expected. Tell me what you guys think about these videos where I kind of cast / analyze kind of interesting games all across the Honor of Kings Pro universe. If you guys enjoy it, let me know. Leave a comment. If there's another interesting game, you guys want me to go over, right? I don't really have time to check up on all the leagues. I try to keep up to date, but there's so many different leagues in Honor of Kings. If there was another crazy league where they pick like, I don't know, like Luban Jungle for whatever reason, right? And you want me to review that game, I would happily go ahead and review it because it seems like this content is being really appreciated by you guys. The last Miyu video with MCoy did really well, so we're gonna try and do a little bit more of those. But yep, thank you guys all for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, turn on the bell if you guys are new. Make sure you use the links in the description below to get your tokens. You get 100% more and you support the channel. But that's it for today. I'll see you guys next time, guys. Thanks for watching.